Welcome to The Aligned Living, the podcast where we explore how to live life with clarity, purpose, and inner harmony, no matter what life throws at. I am your host, Neha Sangani, and every episode here is designed to live a life which you truly desire and truly living. You are discovering that true purpose every single day, and each episode is designed here to give that insights, give that knowledge. And today I am beyond excited because our guest is someone who embodies the very essence of divine living and aligned living. So we welcome Mrs. Pranjal Kothari Shah, the owner of House of Pranjal, and she's please welcome, ma'am.
Hello, Sneha. How are you?
I'm great, and we are glad like you are here on our podcast. And House of Pranjal, it's like it gives that house feeling, like homely feeling, and I am really impressed with the name. And you have like 10 years of experience into this business, and entrepreneurial journey is not easy for a woman because you have to start from
Totally.
scratch and everything. And like many our viewers who are listening, uh, you are an inspiration, you are a motivation for them because support like you I would like to first know from you like how your journey began in short, so that everyone gets that insight.
I basically was a CA student.
Hmm.
Then I realized कि अरे मुझे तो मैथ्स पसंद है, मुझे अकाउंट्स नहीं पसंद है, प्लस माइनस सॉरी, आई लाइक प्लस माइनस एंड एवरीथिंग. आई डोंट लाइक दिस डेबिट क्रेडिट वाला थिंग.
Okay.
So I decided that CA is not my thing. Then I left pursuing CA,
Hmm.
and then I thought that I need to do something with this whole lot of free time that has suddenly come into my life.
Hmm.
So I started working, and by God's grace, I think that is the intention set by him for me,
Hmm.
because there was no way that such a tomboy personality girl would enter into such a feminine field. Like,
Hmm.
me and jewelry had no connection from far sightedly. We had no
Hmm.
connection actually.
Hmm.
So I guess I was just a fresher who wanted to do something with her free time. And there was this family friend's relative who needed somebody at their place who was a jeweler, and he wanted somebody to help him out, assist him with some of his work.
Hmm.
So an interview was set up, and then I started working as the admin head about 12 years back.
Wow.
And I guess that is how my journey with this jewelry line began.
Okay, so jewelry
Eventually,
was, I think, made for you. So, like, how you
yes,
discovered your purpose? Like, it's been 10 years, and like now you are running your own business. Because owning a brand, it's not easy. And I've seen your jewelries; they are mind blowing. Like every
yes.
collection right from wedding collection, Navratri collection, or casual, delicate. Everything it's just perfect, match with person's personality, what I can say. And you have everything for everyone. And moreover, that what I have seen, like you focus more on saving trees, cashless billing, which is like in normal starters don't focus on these small things, the bags, the packaging, what you do, they are expensive and also so decorative, and so like heart touching. Like it's like that is what connects, that homely feeling. That House of Pranjal actually gives that homely feeling. Can you elaborate like how
Thank
you
you so
become?
much, Neha, for giving it so much of love,
Hmm.
because it was not easy.
Hmm.
The minute I entered into the faux jewelry market,
Hmm.
I realized that every time I receive a box of the stock that I've purchased,
Hmm.
each and every piece comes in a small poly bag.
Hmm.
All of those are wrapped up in a bubble wrap.
Hmm.
All of those is kept in a big plastic box.
Hmm.
That is then packed with another bubble wrap.
Hmm.
Then a whole newspaper layer comes up.
Hmm.
And then it is again taped. Now, tapes are also plastic waste only.
Correct.
We don't realize it, but that is also plastic waste.
Correct.
So the minute I entered this industry, I realized that fashion industry comes with a big, big, big plastic waste flaw. I was
Hmm.
like, I can't really do anything about the stock that I purchase.
Hmm.
But the thing where I have some authority
Hmm.
is how I sell it. So there are two things that I did that I could take care of on my level.
Hmm.
One was that I bought eco-sustainable, eco-friendly, extremely sustainable packaging. Now,
Hmm.
of course, those kind of packaging comes at a price,
Hmm.
because if you want to save Earth, it
Hmm.
comes at a cost.
Correct.
And I feel if you want to stand for a cause, you should be ready to pay that price.
Hmm.
So I decided to go, like it was a 1.75 times more expensive packaging.
Hmm.
But I was like, nonetheless, if
Hmm.
I want a certain kind of brand, I want a certain kind of packaging.
Hmm.
So the same packaging is also available in sustainable brands.
Hmm.
You just have to pay a little more, which
Hmm.
should be fine.
Hmm.
You have to be ready for that price, and I
Correct.
was.
Hmm.
And being a new entrepreneur, of course, when your seed funding is limited,
Hmm.
of course, it is going to pinch you a bit in your heart.
Hmm.
But I guess that was fine by me. I mean, of course, it was a big question of concern, because you're not gonna buy one or two boxes. It's you're going to buy in bulk, so the amount is going to touch you a little. But that is the cost I was willing to pay.
Your
The second thing
generosity is like mind blowing because you need to be generous in this, choosing like what you choose. It's important. Like if you are having that long term vision, that first choice you make is very important. And like that is like, I think House of Pranjal is all about it. Like, that sustainability, that nature friendly, and with immense decorative collection, heart touching thing. Like I'm so excited, and I'm so blessed to like interview you, because not everyone gets this opportunity, and not everyone gets to hear the story, and like your
true, true,
story is
true.
mind blowing.
Thank you so much. Now,
uh,
the second thing that I did, Sneha, was return my printer.
hmm,
The minute we planned all the electronics for the office,
hmm,
my husband got me a printer, and I was like, no, please return it. I don't want. Agar printer hog, if I have the printer, then I'll waste paper. No,
correct.
I don't want a printer.
Hmm, 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 hmm,
Printer, you return, I'll manage something else.
hmm,
So I bought another 40-50K software
hmm,
just for billing, so
hmm,
that my clients get their bills directly on their WhatsApp,
hmm.
and I don't have to waste any paper.
Wow.
Wasting
Such a
paper
wonderful
is
initiative, ma'am, that because it takes like again that choice you make, like you said, na investment, like it pinches your heart when you have to put in so much when you are not getting immediate return. Because once
true,
you
true.
start selling, then make profits, and you have to, put in minus all the investment, then you actually make money. But right now, you have to invest so much, and you are doing it so happily. It's like commendable. And what message you would like to give the newly entrepreneurs, not just in fashion industry but any industry for that matter, like they how they can be make our life more sustainable, like the small changes what they can bring in, so that we can make a better tomorrow, as well as you are balancing your life
Hmm.
with your business.
I feel changes begin very small from your own house.
Hmm.
Like, I'll tell you about a very tiny little example, that if you stand for not wasting plastic, if you stand for not using plastic,
Hmm.
then don't even cut a chota sa triangle over your milk bags.
Hmm.
Just don't rip it apart, because this tiny little small triangle piece of the milk bag that you cut actually cannot even be recycled. So
Hmm.
that is just a weight, that is just a burden on our Mother Earth.
Hmm.
Just cut it horizontally
Hmm.
and just use the milk directly. You don't have to cut it off of the bag. As simple as that. If you remember this tiny little thing,
Mhm.
it is also going to bring a very big change, because every house doing small part on their end
Mhm.
brings a very massive big change.
Make
And
makes
that's what
big
we need.
sense. Makes a big sense because I think this 1% improvement every single day, like what Japanese technology talks about, like Kaizen. And
True,
if
true.
you are implementing that, like 1%, like stop cutting this and stop using the plastic bags, especially we go for vegetables and all that, we
Exactly.
use all these things. So it was really heartwarming. Ma'am, you are, entrepreneur as well as you are married. Like, how are you able to balance these two things? Because after marriage, many women gets a break in their career, and like you have started your entrepreneurial journey after getting married. It's like very inspiring. Apart from the support you get from the family, what you think was easy going journey for you apart from like support?
I'd like to say that it is your mindset,
Mhm.
only your mindset.
Mhm.
That's all I have to say.
Mhm.
One word, mindset.
Mhm.
Because if you set your mind onto something,
Mhm.
you'll find ways for it. If
Mhm.
you keep manifesting it, if you keep doing affirmations every single day,
Mhm.
universe will find a way to take you to your goal. You'll
Yes.
not have to work as hard as you thought.
Mhm.
I strongly believe in affirmations. I strongly believe in manifestations.
Mhm.
I have a morning routine of like 15 minutes
Mhm.
where I do all the affirmations and manifestations and everything.
Mhm.
And I feel it's his job now. I feel it's the universe who has to do the job to make me successful. If I
Wow.
am saving plastic, then you are sending me two more clients. That's the deal with universe that I
Wow.
have, I guess.
Wow.
That's how I feel everything is done. And coming down on the front of managing your work life balance, I feel maybe not everybody might be as lucky as I have been on the in-laws front or on the life partner front. I am sure not everybody's story would be as easy as mine,
Mhm.
but I feel the if you have put your heart into something, if you have set your mind onto something, start doing it.
Mhm.
Somebody might not support you today, but the minute you start making money, the minute you start being successful,
Mhm.
people start to trust you. People start to support you. People start to go out of their way to help you out, because everybody wants to help a successful person. So you don't have to ask for it. You just do your job. You just do your job.
That's
And when you
very
are a new
wonderful.
entrepreneur, you are only the, what do you call it? You are only your office boy and you are only the malkin of your firm. You
True.
have to do both the jobs.
Yes.
And there will be times when there will be struggles between your time given to your firm and your home.
Hmm.
There will be times, but having a new firm is like having a new baby.
Hmm.
New moms don't have time for their husbands as much as they used to have before a child,
Hmm.
which is fine.
Hmm.
It's the same like a child.
Hmm.
In the starting, you'll have to give more time to it,
Hmm.
and eventually you can start automating it.
Hmm.
You have to keep learning. You have to keep growing. And you can't do everything by yourself, and you have to know that. Indian women have this big perception of being an overachiever. You
Hmm.
have to be a great mom, you have to be a great cook, you have to be a great entrepreneur. And if by chance you become successful, Indian women are trained to be feeling guilty about it. हाय मैं सक्सेसफुल हो गई, आई एम नॉट एबल टू गिव इतना टाइम टू माई किड्स. इट्स ओके. Kids enjoy successful mothers way more than they enjoy 100% available mothers.
You have brought a very broad perspective like manifestation and then their work life balance, your story, as well as the vulnerabilities of the Indian society. It was a heartwarming. Like, I would like to ask you, like you said about affirmations, manifestation, like I'm sure like now people are very much aware about manifestation, affirmations, vision board, gratitude and everything.
True.
Like apart, many people say like we do affirmations, we are, we are very spiritual person, but still, things don't work. Like what you would give a secret about, what secret you would like to share, that like your manifestations are working? Is it like some, hidden secret, like people don't know about it, and how come your manifestations are working? Just, keep the moment light. Don't take it otherwise.
No, 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 absolutely not. See, I have this very fun no joke with my husband
Hmm.
because I have seen struggle in my life and
Hmm.
he has not.
Hmm.
Like, I was born with a silver spoon, then I have seen some struggle in my life, and then I have built myself. So, what do you call it? My resistance is much more than what my husband would have. I would tell him that if you would have borne itna sara burden, then you would to break. You're very delicate in front of me. I tease my husband like that. I was like, you have been very pampered. Yeah. Like you have gotten all the princess treatment in the two of us. I tease him like that. So I feel like if you have struggled before, this struggle would seem easier for you. If
Correct.
you have not, then this struggle, the same thing would feel a little heavier to some, the
Hmm.
same thing would feel a little lighter to some.
Hmm.
It is all based on your past experiences. You
Correct.
are a person of your experiences, right?
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
So just keep going. If this is little, ask for more.
Hmm.
Ask for more. Okay, if this is the struggle that you feel I can't take, then please send me some more. I need to be tougher and I need to overcome that also.
Wow,
You
wow.
can't keep asking to ease in it because the minute you get comfortable, you stop growing.
It was a
You have to be
Balbon
on your
moment.
toes.
I'm sure it was a Balbon moment for everyone, because it says that, think big, bada socho, have
Yeah.
that bigger vision in life. But like you said, na, people have resistances which is pulling them down. And like if ready to accept the challenges, of course the success will definitely come to you, and you deserve to be more successful, and what I can say. And your business is running smooth. How is the festival seasons, like the demands of the customers, and they because the fashion industry is such that they want changes every single day, like something new has to come up. How you are able to balance the fashion trends and the demands of the customers, and keeping them satisfied, also having the bigger vision of growing, because these are, I think, the challenges which every fashion industry face. So how come you are able to cope up with those things?
Yeah, I would say I'm a very tiny little baby brand who has just emerged this year itself.
Hmm.
But I feel my experience in the jewelry industry is helping me out with the selections.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
And by God's grace, I have been very lucky
Hmm.
that I have reached directly the manufacturers.
Wow.
So if I directly buy from manufacturers,
Hmm.
I'll receive my stock at a lesser price.
Hmm.
Hence, I'll be able to provide a better quality product
Hmm.
at a much better price to the client. Now, what do people want?
Hmm.
They need nice designs. Now, design selection is not a problem for me because that is something I've been doing for over a decade now. So
Hmm.
I'm very confident about on that front.
Hmm. Hmm.
That designs you usually have to keep some things like there is only a very tiny segment of clients that actually need today's designs.
Hmm.
Usually what people want is something that I can wear for years
Hmm.
because the trends that you follow today
Hmm.
might not be the same tomorrow. So that is a chunk of money wasted.
Hmm.
Khali aaj only today you can wear this or only this season you can wear this, then that's a tiny bit of money that you have put off.
Correct.
So I try to keep focusing on having a smaller portion of the current trends and then a larger portion of jewelries that are kind of heirloom jewelry that you can also wear for multiple seasons and multiple people can wear. Like if you have a mother in your house, if you have a daughter in your house, I
Hmm.
try that the jewelry that I keep can be worn by every generation in the house and for
Wow.
multiple seasons together, not
This was
just this
an
season.
eye-opener thing. Like people who are buying jewelry now, they should, keep this thing in mind because, women have a habit of, blind shopping. Like even I am sometimes like that. Like not just like 90% of women have that, when they like something, they will won't see their pocket and they'll just hop in and, buy that thing. But, conscious buying is also important when you have to, look ahead in the time and seeing that what is there, who is there in your house to wear it, and you can utilize that thing. So it's it was an eye opener. Thank you so much for such a wonderful insights, and I would like to talk more on this. uh, but we would wrap up the session with a last any wonderful insight or any tips, like how you can secure your jewelry, like you can so that they last longer, and what precautions you must take when you are going out in different occasions. Like some people are having sweat, some people are too much using perfume and some these things. So what basic precaution or how we can save our jewelry for a longer time?
What I feel is that these days, imitation for jewelry is as good as the real ones.
Hmm.
And I feel they are even stronger than the real ones because gold is a very, very soft metal.
Hmm.
Gold gets black very quickly, gets red very quickly.
Hmm.
It gets bent very easily.
Hmm.
24 karat gold is such a soft metal.
Hmm.
And the metals that are used in faux jewelry, like
Hmm.
brass, copper,
Hmm.
German silver, etc.,
Hmm.
etc., a lot of metals are
Hmm.
used in faux jewelry. A lot of metals come,
Hmm.
but they are much stronger than the real ones.
Hmm.
So you already know how to take care of your real jewelry,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
You put on your makeup, you put on your perfume and everything, and you put on your jewelry in the last. While coming back from the function, you remove the jewelry first.
Hmm.
If you feel like you have sweat off or some of your makeup is getting on your jewelry, you rub it off with a simple cotton cloth
Hmm.
and then you wrap it up and then you put it in the lockers. Nothing with velvets or glue or anything, right?
Hmm.
As simple as that. Just follow the same care manual.
Hmm.
And then this one will last way longer than the real one, actually. And you
That
don't
was,
even need to put it in lockers.
yeah. Thank you so much for your wonderful insight. It was nice talking to you. Like nice to know like new experiences from you, and your journey towards sustainable and greener. A small initiative to save our Mother Earth. And with this, I would like to add on that ma'am will be planting 2 trees against a tree, an initiative by Rotary Club of Mumbai, a drive against global warming.
No,
Thank you.
that'll be 11.
Okay,
I
11. Okay.
really believe in the number 11.
Okay, then two, 1 + 1, 2. Okay, sorry, I did not get that. So it was wonderful experience with you, ma'am. Thank you so
Same here,
much.
Sneha. It is always lovely.